Rakiarmas.
And I'm Mark Rodriguez.
And I'm Johnny Rodriguez, and you're watching the second episode of the Video Game Masters and Rakiarmas review on the King of Fighters 96.
Wait a minute, I thought we already did the second episode. Isn't this the third episode?
Oh, well, King of Fighters 94 and 95 were so similar, and 95 episode was so short, we decided to put them together to make one episode.
Well, that explains why our clothes changed halfway through the episode.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
And that's why we try to keep things consistent through the episode to make sure that everything makes sense.
Stop that!
Stop what?
Just start the review.
The King of Fighters 96 is the third game in the KOF series with a lot of changes compared to the previous one. This time the characters get all new graphics, which would become the base of the series until KOF 12 finally redrew them again. The game adds more new characters than before, and with new characters come new teams and changes to the old ones. The hero team still has Kyo, Goro, and Benimaru. Iori's team now has Iori, Vice, and Mature. The Fatal Fury team has Terry, Andy, and Joe. The Art of Fighting team has Ryo, Robert, and Yuri. The Psycho Soldiers have Kensu, Chen, and Athena. The Ikari Warriors have Leona, Ralph, and Clark. The female team has King, Kasumi, and Mai. The Korean team has Kim, Chang, and Choi. And who can forget the boss team with Mr. Big, Geese Howard, and Wolfgang Krauser. This game has added more fighting mechanics compared to KOF 95. For example, instead of doing the traditional dodge that the other games had, in this one, you roll. You can roll through some attacks and even get behind your opponents.
The game also added air blocks, recoveries from throws or attacks, higher jumps, the ability to dash, and a combo counter.
Like in King of Fighters 94 and 95, you can still do the death move when the power meter is at the maximum. But, unlike the others, when the power meter is full and the health meter is flashing red, you can do the super death move, which do more damage to the opponent. The super death move looks a little bit different, so here's the examples.
After you beat all the teams, you find out that Chizuru hosted the tournament, but rather than being a bad guy, he was actually testing you out to see if you were good enough to help her seal away the Orochi power. Gonitz is the final boss, and not only does he want to release the Orochi power, he is also the guy that cost Rugal his eye and brought him back in KOF 95. In fact, Rugal's secretaries, Vice and Mature, were sent by Gonitz to keep an eye on him.
Man, this Orochi stuff is getting kind of serious.
Yeah, in the game storyline, Iori and Leona have Orochi power in their blood. When Leona was a child, she went crazy and killed her own family. And at the end of this game, Iori also goes crazy and kills Vice and Mature.
Damn!
Yeah, the storyline will continue with King of Fighters 97.
One thing about the game is that the women don't lose their clothes when they lose, like in King of Fighters 94 and 95.
What?
You know, like King and Yuri when they lose to the fireball. I think they should do to the other women's, like Leona, for example.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Vice and Mature lose some clothes.
And don't forget the my Shiranui.
And hey, let's give Kagura Chizuru her due, and don't forget—
Enough already! We don't need two marks doing over the game, girls!
What about you and Asuka?
Never mind that. Tell us what you think of the game.
Well, I kinda have little difficulties to notice the difference between the King of Fighters games, because I'm not the expert of King of Fighter games and the series, so I kinda have hard to tell about difference about them. But it's a good game, I totally recommend it. If you like fighting games, it's a good series.
The King of Fighters 96 is one of my favorites. The redrawn graphics are great back in the day, and the music is easily some of the best in the series. The new characters are cool, and even the old characters get either new moves or they play differently compared to the earlier games. I just wish Geese Howard kept his traditional Reppu Ken instead of those weird energy slashes they gave him.
KOF 96 is a well-balanced game by fixing most of the mistakes from their previous games. The gameplay is improved and have created a balance between the stronger and weaker fighters. They have an attractive character selection, especially adding new faces like Vice Mature and boss characters like Krauser. KOF 96 may not be an all-out must-have, especially when compared to feature versions of KOF, but it is indeed a great game to play.
And that's the King of Fighters 96. Well, this has been the second episode of the Video Game Masters and Rakiarmas review.
Yeah, the real second episode.
I'm Mark Rodriguez.
I'm Johnny Rodriguez.
And I'm Rakiarmas. Good night, good fight. And hyvää päivänjatkoa.